The gas station cast a weary glow into the night, its flickering sign struggling to fend off the desert's encroaching darkness. The concrete forecourt was fractured, oil stains seared into it by years of unrelenting sun. Inside, the air hung heavy with the scent of stale coffee and the faint specter of gasoline. Tom Harlan sat behind the counter, a book in hand, his eyes tracing words he wasn't truly absorbing. His weathered face, etched with 70 years of hardship, was a roadmap of battles fought long before this gas station became his sanctuary. His hands, rough and scarred, rested calmly on the book's spine, yet beneath their stillness lay a coiled readiness. Old instincts don't fade, they bide their time. The bell above the door chimed sharply. 5 men stormed in like a thunderhead. Their leader, Bryce Dalton, moved with the swagger of a man who thrived on destruction. His eyes were predatory, always hunting for vulnerability. Behind him was Reed, tall and wiry, his lips twisted in a constant smirk. Vance followed, broad-shouldered, his knuckles inked with letters that spelled nothing coherent. Pike, young and reckless, chewed gum with a defiant rhythm. And Gideon, quieter, his eyes scanning for exits and blind spots. Tom sized them up in moments, the way a man does when he's survived wars. Not just the kind fought with guns. Bryce leaned on the counter, fingers drumming. "Evening, old-timer. How about you open that till?" Tom looked up slowly, his steel-gray eyes cold, locking onto Bryce's. "You boys sure about this?" Reed scoffed. "What's that supposed to mean?" Tom set his book down gently, closing it with care. "Means I've met men like you before." They didn't leave smiling. Bryce's grin tightened and he leaned closer. "You don't know us." Tom tilted back slightly, reading every flinch, every flicker of bravado hiding fear. "I know your kind. That's enough." Pike shifted, his hand inching toward his belt. Maybe a knife. Tom noticed, his own hand sliding beneath the counter, fingers grazing familiar cold steel. The revolver was old, but it had carried him through oceans and nights darker than this. Bryce's voice lowered. "We're not asking, Grandpa." Tom's gaze sharpened, the air growing heavy, electric. "You don't want to do this," he said, his voice low, sharp as a blade's edge. Reed's laugh was thin, forced. "He's bluffing." Bryce didn't laugh. He sensed it, that shift when prey becomes something else. "You got a gun under there?" he asked. Tom didn't flinch. "I've got more than a gun. I've got nothing left to lose." The room froze, breathless. Pike's fingers twitched again. Tom's thumb eased the hammer back, a soft click cutting through the silence. "Don't," Tom warned, his voice now a low growl. Gideon shifted, uneasy. He saw it, the predator beneath the old man's weathered exterior, a wolf masked as a lamb for too long. Bryce's confidence wavered, just a fraction. "This ain't worth it," he muttered. Vance stepped forward. "What, we're just gonna walk?" Bryce snapped, masking fear with authority. "Now." Reluctantly, bitterly they turned. Pike lingered a moment longer, his eyes flicking to Tom's steady hand, the gaze of a man who wouldn't miss. The bell chimed as they left, boots scraping on concrete. Their bikes roared into the night, engines furious, their retreat faster than intended. Tom didn't move until the sound faded. He exhaled slowly, easing the hammer down with practiced care. The revolver slid back into its hiding place, as much a part of him as the scars beneath his shirt, scars earned in jungles, deserts, and places he never spoke of. He picked up his book, fingers steady. The desert pressed against the windows, silent now. But Tom knew the truth. Peace was a mirage. Quiet was just the pause before the next storm. And he'd be ready.